Welcome to Diamonds and Dumpster Fires, the show where we talk about finding strength when life falls apart. I'm your host, Melie, and around here, resilience isn't perfection. It's falling flat, getting back up, and maybe laughing about it later. From breakups to breakthroughs, we mix faith, neuroscience, and a little sass to help you rebuild a life that actually feels like yours. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello, resilient ones, and welcome back to Diamonds in Dumpster Fires. I'm your host, Melie, and today we are going to be talking about something that is very on brand for this exact moment of my life, being sick. I'm not kidding. Right now, I should honestly be wrapped up in a blanket, holding a mug of tea, and trying to sound like a person who slept in the last 72 hours instead of the mess that you are getting. But here's the thing. I held off on recording this until hopefully my voice had come back to normal. It's still not there. It's Monday night. I got to get this recorded for you so I can get it out on a Wednesday. So here you go. So just keep in mind, if you hear a sniffle, just know it's me doing my part for authenticity, although I will do my very best to edit anything like that out. But yeah, today I want to talk to you about something that we don't talk about enough, and that is what resilience looks like when you're sick, because it's not what we think it is. So let me start by setting the stage. Now, if you are a high-functioning human, which most of my listeners are, being sick hits a little differently, doesn't it? You don't just feel physically bad, you actually feel guilty. Maybe you feel anxious. Maybe you worry because you're being unproductive or that you'll fall behind. Or maybe even like me, you feel like you're failing at life because you took a nap in the middle of the day instead of hustled hard. Somewhere along the way, we've adopted this idea that a resilient person always powers through everything. Have a headache? Work hard. Have a fever? Work even harder. Your soul is falling out of your body? You better work faster. But here's the truth that might surprise you. Resilience is not about pushing harder. It's actually about knowing when to stop. So let's nerd out for a second with the neuroscience part of all this. When you're sick, your body diverts energy to your immune system. And that means your emotional regulation is weaker, your patience is shorter, your memory is fuzzier, your thoughts may feel heavier, and let's be real, everything feels more dramatic. I hope that's not just a me thing, but that you can relate. Now, this is biology, okay? It's not a failure. Inflammation literally affects your mood pathways and your prefrontal cortex, which is, of course, the part of your brain that helps you stay calm, make decisions, and not spiral. So, if you've ever been sick and suddenly found yourself crying over something random, or feeling extra lonely, or maybe even just snapping at your dog, congratulations, your nervous system is doing exactly what it's designed to do. It's not that you're being too sensitive or too dramatic. Your body is inflamed and trying to fight that. And here is where faith meets our neuroscience in the coziest way. Your body is actually forcing you to slow down, and God often speaks the loudest in those slow moments. Not just in productivity, not in the performing, not when you only power through, but in those quiet, calm moments of stillness we didn't choose, and frankly, we didn't even want. But yet let's remember this. Even Jesus rested. He took naps in storms. He slipped away from crowds. He honored his limits fully and without shame. So, if the Son of God can lie down mid-crisis, you, my friend, are allowed to lie down on a Tuesday when your body feels like it's falling apart. Being sick is not weak. It's part of the human experience, and God always meets us in our humanness. So now let's redefine resilience on those sick days, because this episode is your reminder that resilience is not what you do. Sometimes it's what you let go of. It's letting yourself cancel plans, and if you're one of those people who shows up to things like parties or churches or whatever when you're sick, please cancel those plans. Please, for the rest of us, cancel the plans. That's how we spread it along, right? People come to things and they hug others and they're close and they're like, oh, by the way, I have a cold. No, don't do that. Okay, sorry, off my soapbox. But resilience, it's letting yourself cancel plans, rest without guilt, ask for help. Lower the expectations you have for yourself while you're recovering. Stop pretending that you're okay. Go ahead and take the nap, have the soup, knit 2 rows slowly. Sickness isn't a setback. It's maybe a pause button that you didn't ask for, but maybe it's something that you desperately needed. Now, before we keep going here, I want to take a moment to share something personal with you that is also really, really exciting. So, as you know, over this last year, as I've been studying the brain, the nervous system, and what actually helps people stay resilient when life feels heavy, I realized something was missing. There are so many tools out there that either feel overly clinical or overly spiritual, or like they expect you to have it all together before you even open the app. So, with that in mind, I created something different. It's called Renewed Mind. Renewed Mind is a gentle, faith-informed, neuroscience-guided space designed for real life. For days when you're overwhelmed, emotionally tired, sick, grieving, or just not operating at full capacity. It's also for those days when you feel calm, connected, and you're ready to improve your emotional well-being. It's not about fixing you or pushing you to be more productive. It's about helping you pause, check in with how you're actually doing, and gently support your nervous system one day at a time. It offers a short reflection, a grounding prompt. Some days you'll find the prompt is a reminder that rest and honesty are part of resilience. So if this episode resonates with you, whether today you're sick, worn down, or just carrying more than usual, Renewed Mind is here to walk alongside you in those moments. You can learn more about it at renewedmind.app. No pressure, no hustle, just an open invitation to explore something that I have poured my heart and soul into for you. All right, let's keep going. Let me give you a few things that you can do that will genuinely build resilience even when you are sick and laying in bed. Number 1, I like to do what I call the 3-minute honesty check-in. This is where you ask yourself 3 questions to kind of ground you and figure out where you are and what you need. So ask yourself, what do I actually need right now? What do I not have capacity for? And where can I give myself grace? Your brain loves clarity, and honesty calms the nervous system. Another thing you can do is replace productivity goals with compassion goals. So instead of telling yourself, I should finish this, try, I will treat myself kindly today. I will do one gentle thing today. Or, I will rest today without explanation. Another thing I love to do when I'm recovering from being sick is breath prayer. So as you inhale, you say, Lord, you are my strength. And as you exhale, something like, I rest in you. Just take 2 minutes to try this, and it will shift your entire internal state. And remember this, one thing is enough. If you are under the weather, not feeling well, sick, just pick one thing you want to accomplish today and let that be your win. And sometimes that win can be teeny, teeny, tiny. And I'm talking about answering one email. Maybe it's just taking a shower if you're feeling really bad, eating a real meal, watching a comfort show without thinking. Whatever you do, just find one tiny win. And remember, tiny wins still count. And of course, keep in mind what we talked about. Emotions are louder when you're sick. Your brain is running on low batteries. So don't make any major life decisions today. Trust me, I have actually in the past when I was super sick. So this was like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I can't remember the exact year. But it was when I had COVID, the first time I had COVID, and I had it really bad. I had a super high fever, and that was the time I decided to really pour out my feelings by text message to somebody when I was honestly in like a fever dream. That was a horrible idea. Don't be like me. So yeah, don't make any big life decisions today. Don't interpret your worth through this lens of sickness. Remember, you are not your low capacity day. This will pass. And here's the reframe. You are not falling behind, you are healing. You are not losing momentum, you are being restored. You are not weak, you are wise enough to stop. Rest isn't failing. Rest is part of resilience. Sometimes the bravest thing that you can do is to lie down. So, if you are listening to this while curled up under your blankets, or maybe you're feeling run down or fighting a sore throat, here's what I want you to hear. You are loved, you are held, you are allowed to rest, and you are still resilient even when you're sick. And God is with you in every breath you take, even those congested ones. Thank you for spending a few gentle minutes with me today. I will see you next time, Resilient Ones. And until then, rest well, heal slowly, and remember, even on your weakest days, you, my friend, are still a diamond. Bye. That's a wrap on this episode of Diamonds in Dumpster Fires. If you're walking through the ashes right now, remember, you're not broken. You are becoming. Don't forget to subscribe, share with a friend who needs it, and come back next week for more faith, honesty, and a whole lot of heart. See you next time.